Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Blue Collar D&D. Hello to all of our viewers out there on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, DLive, Trovo, all the other places. Happy to have you here. A couple of announcements before we get started off. We have another weekly dice giveaway, so make sure you stick around till the break for that so you can enter for that. We also have a few other giveaways. So in addition, one lucky winner this evening will actually win a character commission portrait. Our resident artist, the Sleepy Sorceress herself, Jennifer, will be giving away one custom character commission this evening. Make sure you stay around till the break for that as well. In addition, we also have another giveaway, the Gates of the Shadow Mage, a level 5 adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition from the Eldritch Press. If you want to check them out, you can actually check out on Twitch. There's a link via the panel for the Eldritch Press for their Drive-Thru RPG page. But it's a really great 5th level adventure for you to enter and put into your D&D 5th edition game, so hope you stay around for that. At this time, I also want to thank our amazing patrons on Patreon. We have Jen, which the Sleepy Sorceress, also known as Twyla here, Cepas, and Dave Platinum Dice. Let's actually go to the players here really quick. Once my camera stops freezing. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I want to thank Jennifer as well as Cepas and Dave Platinum Dice. Thank you for being awesome patrons of ours. If you want to support us and join that community and take advantage of those various perks, such as DM coaching, one-shots, merch, and monthly games, make sure you check us out over on patreon.com/bluecollardm. There's also a link down in the description below and the panels below on Twitch. If you wish to support us in any other way, we also do have tipping pages. You can check those out down below as well. For those of you on Twitch, we also have the Stream Store panel, which is in the panels down below. It's that Stream Elements panel, and you can actually spend the gold pieces that you actually earn by watching our game to actually affect the dice in real time, and that's why Juliet has a -1 on her face there. So her next roll will be at a -1, so kind of a cool way for you all to kind of impact how our game goes. Our Discord community also has that roleplay chat server, which is actually going to be kind of important for tonight, and we'll go over that here in a little bit. But you can also check that out via the links on the Discord below, and you'll actually be able to see even more awesome character development and also a lot of the amazing channels there. We have a really awesome community there of people who just want to really help out new players and dungeon masters learn how to play D&D, so make sure you check that out. Ashley, is there anything you would like to plug at this time?
Yeah, just a couple of quick things. Tomorrow I will be on Slady's ATL doing an all bard party. I will be playing a Hex Blood Bard Spirit, something like that. And thank you all for supporting us on the Jasper's Game Day stuff. Auctions have officially ended a couple days ago, so we have finally got all our players and stuff in. So please join us July 9th through the 11th, and I'll be saying this more often as the time goes, but July 9th through the 11th, as we are raising money to help combat suicide prevention and mental health awareness. And that's all.
Awesome. And with that being said, that is the end of our announcements. So let's actually just dive into tonight's episode. And welcome back. Thank you for the follow there, Dead and Glow. Nice to see you here, and thank you for joining the community. Last we left off, our band of adventurers began their travel north towards the Cloudspire Citadel in order to hopefully gain some clues as to what brought the Slads into the prime material plane, hoping to find the source and eradicating them. During their travels, our party found themselves encountering a number of different challenges. A group of 2 Cyclopses in the foothills here charged the party, after noticing them as while they themselves were crawling through the wreckage of an overturned cart found on the road here. The party was able to dispatch them with relative ease, acquiring some supplies as well as a Gem of Augury, a one-time used item allowing the user to cast the Augury spell. Continuing their journey, they were able to find a suitable place to set up camp. Demikos and Juliet conversed about their travels up until now, hashing out many of their differences that they've had along the way. Many of their arguments squashed, the two are finally able to come to an understanding, hopefully fostering a new healthy friendship between the two. While setting up camp, Juliet... Friendship. While setting up camp, Juliet then noticed some shifting in the darkness beyond. Smartly casting Fairy Fire, she was able to reveal the oncoming ambush of a number of members of the Phalanx. Not long into the battle, the Chimera that Demokos had so long to hunt down took the opportunity to join the fray after the hustle and bustle of many different combats happening in the region. I lost my place. Thank you. Demokos on the Chimera thought that the party would be an easy piece of prey for dinner. However, Demokos had other plans. In a battle that saw Twyla fall and many party members take some good hits, our band of adventurers were victorious. Upon further investigation, Twyla and Juliet noticed that many of these henchmen were gaunt, emaciated individuals of varying races as well as both male and female, deducing that maybe some of these Phalanx cultists were actually slaves. Further investigation of the battlefield also revealed amongst the dead one sending stone, a pole of collapsing, 2 potions of greater healing, 600 gold pieces, and a beacon of scrying. And that's where we left off. You are all currently in the aftermath, picking through the dead of after this battle. What would you like to do?
Scrying. Did we already identify that and everything by this time?
At this point, you have identified all these magic items. You do know that it is a Orb of Scrying, and it specifically is a one-way orb. So basically, someone can see what's happening to you, but you cannot see them.
Twyla, how about set up the tiny hut? Let's try to get some rest before we get ambushed again.
That'd be lovely. Please, stay alert. I don't want to be ambushed again. I feel like...
No, my wounds have wounds.
Can you all do me a favor and give me a perception check, please? Starting early.
Oh, who needs to roll after that?
I know, who needs to roll after Morharon rolls a natural 20? So, regardless, Morharon, you notice over in the corner, not too far from you, actually kind of pinned up where the Chimera is, you notice still just alive, choking on his breath, is the Golden Half-Dragon spellcaster that you all dueled spells with just a moment ago. He begins to back up, shuffling back along the ground until, well, eventually, he tries to sneak away. What would you like to do?
Don't move. If you care to take any more breaths, you stay right there. And I pointed out to everybody so they can see what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna turn to Demokos. Deal with him. This is your battle. We're here if you need help.
Kill him?
Kill him, talk to...
You want to interrogate him?
We can kill him, we can interrogate him, we can... whatever you want.
I knock an arrow.
As soon as you say interrogate, you see him shuffle into something in his pouch, and he grabs a root and is about to bite down on it.
I'm gonna fly. How far away is he?
From you guys right now, he's probably like 10 feet away, honestly.
I'm gonna sprint at him and tackle him and grapple him.
Okay, go ahead and give me a initiative roll, please. 12. You go and tackle him. Unfortunately, you do eventually take him down and start tumbling with him, but at this time he's already got the root in his mouth. He's already chewing as fast as he can.
I'm gonna run up and try to jab my fingers in his mouth and root it out before he can swallow it.
Okay. For this, give me a sleight of hand check to see if you can at least... he's already kind of gnawing down on this, so it's gonna have to be a disadvantage because he's already kind of, it's in his mouth and he's already kind of chewing the juices of it.
All right.
Okay. With an 11, unfortunately, it is not quite enough. He's able to kind of like shut his mouth and keep it closed as you try to like peer into it and try to take it out.
Or to die.
He's spare the dying. So he begins to begin to pass, and you see the foam start to come and flow from his mouth, and he begins to choke on his own saliva as a result. This white kind of foamy, mucusy kind of, almost like you've ever seen a dog with rabies or like a mouthful of soap, just starts to kind of ooze out of him, and his eyes start to go black as he begins to choke on whatever this is. You cast Spare the Dying. You feel that he is stabilized for the time being, albeit gasping on air, unconscious on the ground.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
You cast Cure Wounds. I assume you only wanted to have 1 hit point. Just kind of
Can I tie him up first?
I have 30. Oh, I have 1 hit point and I have 1 hit point.
I would say that you can definitely tie him up first. That's easy enough. He's unconscious. He's stabilized. You can do that, and then when you're ready to kind of like have an interaction with him, you can go ahead and touch him and wake him back up again.
Watch his mouth so he doesn't try to eat more of that or something.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's out of his hand.
Yeah, you're easy. It's easy enough now. You can actually sweep that right out of his mouth, no problem.
I'm gonna start casting the ritual.
Okay.
Now.
And I cast Cure Wounds.
What ritual are you casting, by chance?
In the tiny hut. See if we finally manage to get it.
Finally get a tiny hut up? Yeah, I know. So you go ahead and cast your Cure Wounds. You see the kind of foam that's been bubbling and spewing out of his mouth begin to kind of pop and shrivel back up. You see the color return to his eyes. The veins in his face kind of begin to regulate back out, and you just hear what is the meaning of this?
You tell us. You attacked us.
Didn't think it was going to be that easy.
Are there questions that you want answers to, Demikos?
I just want the easiest way to get to the main house and take down the entire family.
Are you going to give us the information we want? You're snickering.
Fuck you.
So I grab him by the face.
Okay.
I pull my truth serum out of my bag. I jam the bottle in his mouth and pinch his nose and hold it.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna say there's no check here. I mean,
I'm doing it like Indiana Jones style.
No, I know you are. That's why I'm like, I feel like there's no way. I mean, like,
if Indy couldn't get out of it, he can't get out of it.
Yeah, he can't. Exactly. That's what I mean. I mean, you don't have to convince me too much, man. You know, I'm just gonna fold over like a folding chair. So he very easily, easily as easy it is to force truth serum into someone's mouth. Force feed him the truth serum, and you kind of see his eyes kind of go blank, and he just kind of like goes inert there, just like kind of sitting, staring off into the void, basically.
You asked that question again.
How do we get to the Faley family? The safest, fastest, most efficient way.
Just check one thing about truth serum here real quick, guys.
Yeah, it's a DC 11 Constitution save.
I figured it was something, so that's why I wanted to double
just put it up here.
You see this gold dragonborn, or half dragon, pardon me, just kind of like sits there and just nice try. Go fuck off.
All right, guess we can kill him then.
Can I cut his dick off first before we kill him?
You would want to do that, wouldn't you, Juliet?
Actually, my suggestion would be do that and let him live.
Or we could just like put him somewhere funny like on the edge of a cliff, like tie him up there, and well, he wants to die. He just tried to kill himself.
You know, I got something called detect thoughts. I don't know if you think that may happen, because if you ask, he's going to think maybe.
I mean, he is gonna think. Everybody thinks, so you can definitely use detect thoughts if you want to.
And I also
You will have to stop casting your ritual for Tiny Hut. Darn it. But
leave him with food, without food and water until morning.
Maybe we can sacrifice him when we get to Sheykas.
I can clearly just take him along with me and use him as my blood bag.
Or you can somehow turn him into your boyfriend. Just like Tom.
Democos, we already went through this. You know what? We don't have this is not the time.
Well, I think carrying him along is a snack for the next couple of 3 weeks is that's not a bad way to treat this guy.
Yeah, we just drag him behind the cart.
I think we break both of his feet so that he can't run away. Throw him in the back of the cart, and whenever you need a meal, you have that.
How about we just cut his feet off?
That works too.
He can't walk, right?
Nope.
Twyla, if we cut his feet off, you can keep him from dying, right? So just he'll be feetless, but won't be dead, right?
I'm casting this tiny hut. This tiny hut. I want to go to sleep.
Maury,
you finished casting Tiny Hut.
Maury, I don't think we should ask Twyla to do those type of things.
All right.
She has a lot more of a soul.
Can anybody else keep him from dying if I do that?
I can.
All right, great.
As I stare at him.
We're out in the, where are we, in the mountainous terrain? I forget where the...
Yeah, you're in a kind of the foothills before the mountains as you're kind of traveling north here. So it's beginning to get to be kind of harder and rougher terrain to kind of navigate through with the cart and stuff like that. So you're still able to do that. Like, it's not like an issue. You can still bring everything with you and put somebody in the back of the cart. It might just eventually be difficult, and it might take you, it might be more like walking instead of riding on a cart instead speed.
Within my view, is there a, let's say, 18-inch diameter rock?
18-inch diameter rock?
Yeah, like a nice sized big rock.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, there's a rock.
All right. I get it.
Okay.
And I place it between his two legs, right at the ankles, right between the middle.
Okay.
And I take my maul like a golf club, and I raise it up over my head, and I say, "Are you sure you don't want to give us any additional information?"
Give me an intimidation check using your strength modifier as the modifier for the check. So if you have intimidation as a proficiency, you can use your strength bonus plus your proficiency bonus for this check.
So it'll be a d20 plus 9. Right.
Yep, because you're 5 plus 4.
Ah.
Plus 9 brings us 11. I would say you have advantage on this.
Okay.
Because, I mean, you have him tied up. You're basically ready to yell 4. Like, yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so with the 26, can't say that I don't like you guys winning. So with the 26, he just kind of like, okay, all right. Well, all right.
All right.
What do you want?
I just kind of glance over at Demikos.
I already asked you.
There's no... I mean, yes, there's a house. Do I know where it is? No. Is there a safe way to get in? No. But you would know that, wouldn't you, Demikos? you would know that there's no safe way into the city. Especially not in the state of your reputation right now. You're a wanted man, as is the rest of you. Why do you think we came all the way out here?
Why?
That'll make it more fun getting in then.
Why are we
I'd like to see you
wanted?
try.
You won't be alive to watch us try.
Why
Yeah,
are
you'll be
you
my friend.
wanted?
Mhm.
You killed one of our own.
Yeah, we've killed plenty of your own. Your point is?
Exactly. Why would we stop? Why would they stop?
So one for the price of many.
Sounds silly when you put it that way. However, you are a thorn in our sides. If you are eliminated, we also then eliminate one of our biggest problems in this world.
How many more of your men do we have to kill before you stop coming?
I think you know the answer to that. There
Oh.
are thousands upon thousands of slaves in that city.
They'll all be free men soon.
Right.
The
And I'll
city
be
will
a
there.
monkey's uncle.
You'll be dead.
Well, I would have
For
been
my
about
food.
5 minutes ago if you guys didn't try to... Whatever you did to me.
That's
You're
not
more
good
used
enough.
to it.
That's not good enough. Now, what's
You
good
hungry?
enough is, oh, I'm starved.
Why don't you eat a little bit?
And I'm going to proceed to try to eat him.
Do you mean eat him or like suck his blood out of his neck, eat him? Because this
I said
party has
Juliet,
like
not
had
more.
made many jokes about eating other people. I just want to clarify for my sanity and also for Twyla's sanity. So
Not more Haran eat them. Drink their.
okay.
I'm inside the tiny
I mean,
hut
this is
and
the
I'm like,
Dragonborn. This is the truest form of cannibalism.
Twyla, at this time you've already your tiny hut's up.
I'm inside the house. Hey, it's great here whenever you want.
Can
There's
A
and-
couple more
can-
minutes, Twyla.
if I'm not mistaken, can sound penetrate through the tiny hut?
I'm not sure, but I know that I have to stay inside.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure. It
I
can.
know you have to stay inside. I'm just trying to see creatures, larger creatures. Spells with magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about noise. So I would say you would be able to hear everything that's going on, Twyla. Whether you choose to do anything about it is a different question, but you can hear everything.
I'm thinking in my head. La la la.
Okay. Very morally ambiguous group we have here. But
I said
Anyway.
she has more of a soul.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna bite him.
okay. He can't stop you. You don't even need to make an attack roll. As soon as you bite into him, he passes out.
Oh, well, that's not very fun.
Let me heal him again.
I'll
Probably
just
good.
stabilize the medicine check.
Okay, give me a medicine check.
That didn't
He's
work.
still dying.
Cure wounds.
Cure your wounds. You want to roll for your cure wounds this time to make sure you don't kill him when you try to bite into him?
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to roll my? It's just like an automatic thing, though.
It's a D8 plus your spellcasting.
Yeah.
Just roll a D8 plus, what is it, 3?
Spell attack is 8. So
No, it's not spell attack. It's your spell attack modifier. Or not spell attack modifier. It's your spell modifier. So it's not proficiency plus your spell attack modifier. It's just your spell attack modifier. Or not, sorry, it's your spell casting modifier. Blech, words. So yeah, it's just your spell casting modifier. So if I believe you have an 18, correct? Or is it a 16?
18.
18. So it would be plus. Well, actually, this is for your druid, right? So what is your wisdom?
13.
Okay, so it would be +1. So go ahead and give me a D8 +1.
Thank God it's not my intelligence.
Rules. 2 hit points back into this guy. You do acquire enough blood to satiate you to remove all of your hunger levels that you had. I think you only had 1 more, so you're at hunger level 0 now.
I can do that again. We can keep doing this all the time.
Give me an intimidation check. With advantage.
Hey guys, I am unsure of what you want to achieve, but I got spells and plans. Just in case. I don't think you need that, guy. Unless Juliet gets hungry.
What did you roll? A 4 + 8? Jesus. Do it again, for all I care.
Oh, you said I have advantage. Hold on. I didn't do that.
Oh, no.
That's better.
I liked it.
He likes it. That's what I was going to say.
That's how much a 12 to a 20 swings it. Not,
I'll just keep him around as a blood bag. Do you have a problem with that, Maury?
You don't want him going anywhere?
No, go ahead, break his legs.
Cracker.
He passes out from blood loss. Again.
There might need to be a content warning just for this episode.
Yeah, it seems like it, guys. Holy cow.
These first few minutes got real dark.
Yeah. I put the good character tag on this stream. That's not happening right now. This is more, like I said, morally ambiguous is what it seems like right now.
I think I might have hit him a little hard, and I leaned in. I try to do a medicine check on. Oh crap! And I try to help him.
Okay.
She giggles.
That's enough to stabilize him. Luckily, you didn't rupture any vital artery when breaking his legs, but he is stable and unconscious for the time being. He's already kind of tied up anyway, so you can leave him the way he is, or you could, I don't know, you could do a number of different things in this situation to kind of help if you choose to help him, or you can just continue to torture him. It's up to you. But he is an inert half gold dragon man. He is not moving. He's unconscious. He's out. He'll wake up in about an hour, provided nobody heals him, but he is stable. And he's there for whatever you use him for later, I guess.
He's a lunch bag.
We should just leave him out here. Let's go in the tiny hut. Twyla's waiting.
Okay.
Should we take him with us just in case he might try to...
No. He's not going to go anywhere. There's maybe an animal come and eat him.
Yeah, but then that goes my food.
You have vials of, Cyclops blood?
Yeah, but I mean, that's for, in case of emergencies. This is, fresh from the tap.
Well, if he's still there.
This is, ale compared to, warm beer.
You just compare ale and beer?
is ale the same thing? My bad.
Yeah, I mean, ale is a
there
type
we go.
Okay, sure.
Meant mead. Completely meant mead.
Yeah.
Ashley doesn't drink very often. So
apparently Juliet does.
Right? She would have known that. So this is mead to warm beer.
Okay. All right. So what are you doing with him?
I just leave him out here.
Leave him out there, it's fine.
Okay. Is anyone keeping watch, or are you guys just all taking your nap in the tiny hut?
Keep
for at least
watch.
for one. Okay. All right. If that is the case, who is taking the first watch?
I'd like
will.
to.
Oh,
Can I take? I was gonna say, can I take a watch with Maury?
Sure, if Maury's okay with that.
oh yeah. Let's do it.
Okay. For you guys, I would like a perception check, please, for the first night, for the first part of the watch. Okay.
I'm looking for my sheet.
It's okay. There you go. Okay. So with an 18 for Morharon, 17 for Juliet, you, for the time being, as your watch begins, you can converse with each other freely. And then we'll get to the result of your watch.
That went sideways pretty quick, if I'm being honest with you.
It did. It did go sideways really quick.
I don't usually act like that. This guy's meaner than a wet cat, and he was kind of pissing me off. So
Tension is high. They came out of nowhere. I mean, our actions are justifiable.
yeah, I guess you're right. I hope this isn't a trend on my part. I get there's times when we need to do things like this, but that was something.
It was impressive.
I mean, one of those things where it's half really cool and half what the heck did I just do?
I mean, we didn't kill him yet.
Right, not outright, sure. We came close a couple times though.
Yeah, we did. And
Do you wonder if Twyla is questioning her decisions to follow us?
Big guy, I would not blame her.
I think we may have to just keep a little bit more of an eye on our behaviors around her. She hasn't seen a lot, and we're showing it all to her pretty quick.
I mean, you gotta learn somehow, some way.
Good
Some
point.
of us didn't have it easy. Some of us was raised in it, and others was forced into it.
Yeah, I mean, she has definitely seen some things with us. If nothing else, when we were out there with that nasty witch, she saw some disgusting things. And where we're headed, I guarantee you, what I just did is the least of the things she's gonna see.
I just hope we don't have to head into Drow City, because she definitely will see some things that she can't unsee.
All right, we have good intentions, if not always evident. We do. We'll try to protect as much as we can.
I told Twyla about this when it happened a few days ago, or the other day. I'm sorry. I haven't told Demikos about it. And I think I should tell you about it since we have some time. I think Sheykas is still a part of this whole thing. He came to me while I was, let's call it meditating.
Okay. How much of a grip did he have when he visited?
I can't answer that because I'm unsure.
All right.
I talk like a grip on me?
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have a grip on me. I still
Okay,
think
all
somehow,
right.
some way he's attached to me.
Well, that's to me, that's at least a small win. He's a powerful being, so to think that he would lose what I assume was a very good soldier in such a way as he did, I would have been surprised if he didn't try to make contact. But as long as it's not the same contact as he had before, I think we're at least in an okay place.
It was a different type of contact. It was more of a this is not over type of contact. I was communicating with my with Octavian, and I'm so sorry. I tried to hold back. I was contacted Octavian, and it's like the second his presence came through, he just suffocated everything else around. Something really bad is happening.
All right. What did he say anything that we should be aware of?
The bucket of fur didn't say anything other than when I asked Octavian, is he involved? Is he involved? And only thing he said is, ask me yourself. And he was there for a moment, and the next thing I know is he was gone. I gone. Like I know he can hear me. At that moment, at least. He just chose not to speak. Just a feeling, that's all.
I don't often like to admit faults in myself, but I do feel like at the moment I am grossly unprepared for a battle with Sheykas. But my God, do I wait and hope for the day that I'm able to shut him up with finality.
I can taste it, honestly.
Are you, obviously you are not okay with the revisit, but are you okay?
Just, what do you mean by okay? Because that can be a lot of different things.
It's a very loaded question. Yes, ma'am. But are you the same amount of okay you were? How about that?
No. Far from it.
It's understandable.
I think the egg, the slad egg, kind of just put me over the top a little bit.
It's understandable. Well, I don't think it'll help much because it's something you already know and understand, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to protect you.
Why?
Well, I've spent years traveling and training and fighting and doing stupid stuff. And I've had people come and go, and I've had people that are acquaintances, and I've had people that I might even say are friends, but you were the first person I've interacted with in, oh God, 10 years that I've felt actually cares about me. Not just my skills, not just, hey, you're you'd be a great member of my team. You could help me smash some heads. You're the first person I thought really cares about me. And I don't know. That's to me, that means more than I point over to the Khmer, means more than whatever the heck we're gonna get for that in money. You can always kill things, you can always make money, but friends, those are precious. Those are hard to come by.
Yeah.
When you find it, you don't want to let it go.
No, not at all. I'm gonna get some rest, big guy. We have a big day tomorrow. Gotta keep heading north and figure out this whole slat issue.
Tell you what, you know my story more than the other two do. Going into what you would call this slat issue, there's not a single person on this planet I'd rather go into it with than you.
There's not a single person that I would rather take down every drow and demon and devil than with you.
I'll pull her in for a hug, like a nice, long, hard, hefty hug.
She hugs you back. I love you, big guy. You know I do.
Yeah, I love you too. I grab her by the ears, lean her over, and just give her a kiss right on the top of her forehead.
Not getting all soft on me, are you?
Only when it's needed.
Come on. Let's go get the other two up. Or maybe we can't get Twyla up. She has to do the tiny hut because that'll fall if she gets out, but
that'd be a bad idea.
Yeah. You think Demikos can handle this on his own? I seen what he could do with the Chimera. He was pretty cool for a tiefling.
I have to say, he's out of all the people and things we've stumbled into, he's one of the most impressive. He's a pretty strong guy.
He's all right. I don't hate him. So we had a nice conversation the other day. So he's I don't want to hit him in the face as much as I did.
All right, seems like he's growing on you.
Don't tell him I said that.
Oh, I won't.
If you do, I'll kill you.
I know you can.
It's at this moment you hear some rustling of some really large, heavy footfalls in the distance in the woods. More than one.
Never a dull moment, indeed.
Two, 3 sets of footfalls.
Are we in the hut? Did we go outside the hut to do
That's
this
up to
watch?
you. It sounded like you guys went outside of it, but you can easily we can easily say that you're inside it still if you want.
I'll grab her hand and pull her back into the hut.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're back in the hut. Given the battles that occurred, as well as the currently panicking body of a half-gold dragonborn that just woke up, because of your dark vision, Juliet, you can see 3 large figures, extremely large figures, rather large and portly, kind of dragon clubs behind them, have begun to kind of like sift through the dead here, occasionally picking up one of them and kind of
For the moment, I leave Twyla sleeping, but I wake up Demiko.
Okay.
What is
Demikos,
it?
you are woken.
I kind of shaking awake with one of these and just point over in the general direction.
Rub my eyes and are they eating the people we killed?
Yeah.
Does it look like they see us?
They definitely don't see you. You're in the tiny hut, so that's not really too much of a problem. Demikos does make a little bit of noise, but it doesn't seem like they heard anything you guys were talking about just now. In between them kind of inspecting the bodies, some of the bones of some of the dead crunching in their teeth.
Can we make out at this point whoa. Can we make out what they may or may not be?
You know exactly what these are. These are hill giants. They are native to this region. They oftentimes wander around looking for food and a number of other different things, foraging, scavenging. They seem to think that they've hit the mother lode. In fact, they actually, one of them goes, and if you, does any of you speak giant? I'm sure one of you does.
No, but if they start talking and I don't understand it, I will cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Fair enough. You catch this part of the conversation. Hey, Phil, big one, over here. And you see them all just kind of like, whoa. And they all kind of like begin to meander over to the dead chimera that's currently laying splayed out in the middle of this clearing, dead on the ground.
We didn't take any trophy.
Can we say that we took a
No.
Well, now here's the thing. Obviously, I'm whispering. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
We, I don't think we're in any shape to take on these three big ugly dummies, but let's just let them eat away and hope for the best. And if they leave something behind, great. If not, maybe we have to go chase it down and take something. They've got to leave something. Some teeth got to fall out. They rip off a wing. I mean, they're not going to drag the whole thing away.
Oh, we'll have to cross our fingers. It's 20,000 gold.
I definitely don't want to see it go away, but I don't think we're ready to do this.
I don't have a single spell slot.
All right, I've got an idea. It's a dummy. Demikosa, you're fat.
Yeah.
If you kind of come out of the back of the hut, run around to the side, and let them chase you a little bit, I'll sneak out, grab a trophy, and then you can just circle back around, back in, and we're golden.
To give you guys a little bit more context for you so that we can understand your planning a little bit better, you guys created this tiny hut basically at the foot of a tree and kind of a couple bushes. So while you can see and kind of observe everything in this clearing, you have line of sight over everything, you do have a little bit of cover in the sense that your tiny hut is kind of blending in with the kind of the surrounding foliage and the surrounding plant life. The little bit of plant life that's here given the current temperature of the region, where everything that should be technically in bloom is currently dying and decaying away. However, moot point right now.
To that too.
Yeah, there's that too. You are kind of hidden off to the side, so that option that you're talking about is something you could do amongst a number of other things. But right now, as you're kind of saying this, they're kind of like all like, and you can still hear them. They're kind of like, too big to take by us with just the three of us. Well, maybe we just take what we want, or we could just eat here and take the rest to go.
And I'll relay, well, they're saying they can't drag the whole thing away, but they're gonna need a little.
Maybe you take the horn over this thing and use it later to... Oh, what am I talking about? Flossing teeth? Why don't we, break off pieces and come back? Well, eat first, break off piece, then come back for rest.
So it sounds like they might actually leave and eat a little bit, break off a little bit, take it. What do they need to prove it? Anything? Just a little bit of a wing, some scales, some teeth?
Guess
I
we
don't think they
can't take a head.
specified.
They said the head.
How are we supposed to bring back all these heads this far? They'd be rotten pits by the time we got back to Nogrum.
We can cast a spell.
I just cast my only one to understand what the heck these guys are saying.
Didn't the guild give us some sort of item to make stuff last longer?
I don't know. You think maybe Kyla might know something to distract these guys? Can we wake her up?
Looks to Twyla. Do you think she... I mean, we can. Do you think she would handle this well?
I don't know. What do you think, Dimico? Should we try our plan? I can shoot. Can we shoot? We can shoot out of this thing.
Magic cannot cross through this. So,
Yeah,
based on
so if I shoot a couple of arrows into the woods, we'll at least make a noise and maybe distract them. And
Let me see what I have.
I mean, technically that's an option. Let me just double check one thing about Tiny Hut here while you guys are discussing. I know we just checked Tiny Hut a second ago, but I want to make sure that it's not
I can cast dancing lights, and we can get them to try to follow the lights.
Yeah, I think they're pretty stupid.
Objects are barred from passing through it. Spells and other magical effects cannot extend through the dorm or be cast through it.
if you're very carefully step out of the back of this thing, you might be able to do that. I know Violet had told us that this protects us from magical stuff, but if you step outside of it, maybe worth a shot.
Or, hear me out, I can cast darkness on them. They can't see through it.
And then what? They get confused?
No, they just can't see. We go real quick. We grab an item, get back in the thing, and then drop it.
I think if you do that and then drop it on them, and we're not going to be able to see what we're cutting, right?
Just I'm gonna look outside, like kind of just like look, or not look outside, but like look at them. Are they by the Chimera yet?
Oh yeah, they're getting ready. If for better certain terms, they're in the process of basically like getting their bibs ready and like getting to like kind of like, you know, take out their lobster crackers and stuff like that and begin to start like tearing this thing apart. They're at the point where they're trying to like picking out which part they want to eat first.
Devil's Sight would be great right now. Okay, what we can do is I can drop it on them just before they get the Chimera. We can rush over, grab something, and bring it back. And we might be able to get it before it gets there to the Chimera. That way it doesn't cover everything in darkness. Let me see darkness.
You want me to fly out, shoot at these things, get them to chase me? I'm probably faster than them.
I guarantee you are than these big fat dummies.
That's
I have that hand cannon.
Do we take the
I think I
chance?
can get 60 feet away and shoot with that.
I mean, you can.
I'll do that.
It's a 15-foot radius.
If I can get all three of them to chase me, you guys go and get what you need, and I'll loop back around. I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
I'm getting my weapon ready to go chop the head off. So as soon as they start to run, I'm gonna run out and hack the head off.
Okay.
I'm gonna instantly fly up though.
Who has the broom?
Twyla does.
So it'd be beside her, right? I mean, it's not like.
Nah, she sleeps with it like between her legs, like she's flying.
She cuddles with it.
All right.
Which Twyla's still asleep during all of this, and just so you also all remember.
Juliet, you have the nicest bladed weapon of all of us. How about I'll hop on the broom. He can fly away. We'll go let him chase the two of us. While they're doing that, you run over, get the head, and we'll loop back around.
Sure.
All right.
Demikos, you've already flown out, you said?
Yeah, I was gonna step out and just fly like straight up.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for this. $19, $28. Yeah, you're invisible. So you you fly straight up. They kind of like begin to kind of sit down and like begin to kind of like start carving in, like beginning their like to kind of grab onto different limbs and start to pull and tear off of them.
I'm gonna glance around and see if I can see like any tree, like within like a 60-foot radius.
Yeah, there's definitely a tree within 60 feet for sure.
I want to like get up on a branch and then hide.
Okay.
And then I want to shoot at one of them.
Okay. So for this, we're gonna roll initiative because things are happening. So I will bring you over to the scene, and I'll bring everybody else over to the scene right now. All right, excellent. So to give you all an idea, the Chimera here is obviously deceased, but actually I should put 0 for HP, not 1, because that doesn't make any sense. And I will try to put a condition. Oop, that's not the right one. Yeah, you can't see the conditions anyway. It's dead. So we are gonna roll initiative. Let me get everybody on the tracker before you guys all hit the buttons here.
Smash.
Come on. All right, you guys should be able to roll right now. Excellent. Twyla, you can roll 2, but you're asleep. So this is just more to get you on the... Oops, I rolled for you by accident. Which I'm sure you won't mind, because it's a pretty good roll. All right, so... we'll say, Demikos, you're starting us off, so we'll actually skip all the way down to you. So you're initiating all of this, so... what is it that you're doing? You're firing the hand cannon?
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm hidden first, so that way they're like as to where I am shooting from.
Oh yeah, your stealth check was sufficient enough to cover that, so you're all set there.
Okay. And question about Foundry: how come my bar with all my actions and stuff isn't showing up?
You have to click on your token.
I am.
And it's not showing up?
Yeah.
Oh, what the dang hell? Looks like you have to open up your character sheet.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna fire with the hand cannon.
Okay, go ahead and fire with the hand cannon. 26 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm shooting at this one.
Okay.
The guy in the middle. Okay.
Yep. Sounds good.
I don't know why the damage thing's not there.
That is a good question. 13 points of damage as I disappear apparently. As you just aim and fire and creates a very large cacophony of sound and force as it just and smashes into this guy, dealing 13 damage. Yeah, you're still hidden. He doesn't know where it came from. So they're all kind of like kind of freaking out. Bringing us to this big guy's turn. He kind of starts moving. Oops, not that one. Come on, select the right one, Foundry. He starts moving in the vicinity of where he heard the sound. Let me just make sure he can actually move that far. Yeah, 40. I mean, he's kind of, yeah, he can go that far. He kind of just wanders over that way. They know the general direction. Oops. They know the general direction of where the sound came from, but they don't know exactly where it is. That's about it. Twyla, you're asleep unless somebody wakes you up. Although the sound of the gun going off probably woke you up. So you wake up like, whoop!
What?
Don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's okay. We're just doing some stuff out there. It's okay. It's all okay. It's all going to be okay.
You need me to do something?
Yes, I do need you to do something. So what are you doing with your turn? Because you are awake. You are prone technically right now. I would say you could probably use an action. You wouldn't be able to use a bonus action right now because you just literally woke up and like are just like, what is going on?
I'm inside the hut.
Yes, you are inside the hut.
Is anyone near me?
Morharon and Juliet are right next to you. Inside the hut.
Can I cast Bless? Like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but here you go.
Yeah, you can cast Bless. That's fine.
On the three of us.
Yeah.
And I'll stand up and do nothing else. Like,
all right.
What's going on? What did you do?
All right.
Didn't do anything.
So you are all #blessed. All right. Anything else on your turn, Twyla?
No. Like,
all right,
what
great.
did you do? What's happening?
Excellent. Morharon, it is your turn. Juliet, you are coming up here in a little bit, so be ready.
So to start my turn, I'm gonna just quickly turn to Twyla and be like, "You got a plan. Just stay very quiet." And I'm gonna take an arrow, and I'm gonna shoot it. Let me see if I can get it time. And there, like up above this rock, kind of up and to the right of Demikos. But I'm gonna shoot it like past it, off into the woods, so that they hear a noise out there.
Like over here?
Yes, a little bit further into the open space, but yes, that direction.
Okay, so like kind of like way out here. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't need a roll for that. You are able to kind of. You have to step out of the dome to do it, though.
Do I?
Or you do. It does. The dome does specify that objects cannot go through the dome. Can't go through the dome or
I thought
spells.
it was just magic objects. All right.
Nothing.
Then I'm gonna step out of the back of it and shoot over so that they don't see.
So
it.
you have cover. Yep.
Yep. Right.
Yeah, you're sufficiently hidden.
And then since I'm already out, I'm gonna stay out and just wait to see what they do.
Okay. So we'll say for this that you're over here, and I'll put a little circle template
Perfect.
that represents. There's the hut.
All right.
All right.
That's it for me.
All right. Excellent. Now it is the other hill giant's turn. Juliet, you are on deck. Hearing that noise, it kind of just. It believes it to be true, and it kind of begins to kind of head off in that direction. Once I pick the right thing to move, there we go. Come on. So that's 20, 30. It kind of starts to head off in that direction. Demikos, you're sufficiently hidden. Brings us to Juliet.
Okay. Are all of them gone?
They're all still there, in essence. I mean, they're all running towards some sort of noise.
Okay.
Whatever it may be.
Okay. I have an idea. I'm going
Okay.
to run towards the Chimera,
Okay.
and if it sees me, I'm going to cast darkness on myself.
Okay. So you can go ahead and move yourself towards the Chimera.
I'm doing this stealthily. So I'll
Okay.
give you a stealth check.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I okay?
You feel hidden.
Okay. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15,
Okay.
and summon my blade.
Okay. The sanguine pack weapon appearing in your hand.
And I'm going to try to take the head.
Which head?
That's right, because there's 3 and it's not just one thing bunched together.
Yeah. They didn't know what this thing was when you guys were going to hunt it. They just knew it was a big giant creature out in the wilderness.
I want the dragon snake looking one.
So the snake head. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a just give me a damage roll.
Sure thing. Just damage, right?
Yeah, just damage.
Okay.
This is more just to determine how much you can cut into on your turn. Yeah, that's enough. So you are able to, with your blade, you are able to kind of saw into, and this thing, with it being dead, the muscle that's on the inside isn't as strong or powerful at pushing that blade away anymore as it used to be. So you're able to kind of just saw it down, and you are able to kind of like sever, you cut through bone in between the different vertebrae that kind of make up the snake head. Actually, you see a little bit of black, in addition to the like red crimson that's inside this thing. You also do see like some sort of like black kind of sac substance that kind of you pierce as you're sawing through it, and it just kind of spews out onto the ground around you. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Thanks, Puppy Crow. 13. Not quite enough. You take 5 points of poison damage as the poisonous sacs that were inside that were kept its venom kind of spew out and kind of explode kind of like in your face a little bit. But you feel sufficiently hidden, as I am behind my white screen. You feel sufficiently hidden, and the hill giant next to you has not reacted to your presence whatsoever. At this time.
Okay. Then with my last 15 feet of movement, I'm going to take the head and move 5, 10, 15 back into the tiny hut.
Okay. You were able
me
to
to
do
roll?
so.
Okay.
No, you already rolled a stealth check, so it's still the same thing. All right.
Twilight did it! I did it!
Excellent. Demikos, it is your turn. You feel sufficiently hidden at this point still.
I am going to fly down here.
Okay. Are you landing on the ground, or are you still in the air?
Yeah, I'm like ducked behind that log.
Okay.
I'm like taking aim over the top of it
Okay.
at the guy closest to the Chimera.
All right, excellent. I will need another stealth check,
Sure.
just so that way you can get to that area without being seen. I mean, yeah, you feel sufficiently hidden.
Yeah,
So go ahead and make your
to shoot.
attack. Yep, and you can make that attack. Actually, no, that's a rogue thing. So yeah, go ahead and roll for your attack as normal. You're hidden in the sense that you were able to sneak over there, but you're not like rogue stealth hidden. It's just kind of like your ability to move on the battlefield, whether or not they see you or not at this point, because it is dark. So
Hand cannon thing's not working on the bar.
oh no, sorry. That's what I get for making a fancy magic item. 19 does hit. Which one are you shooting at?
The one closest to the Chimera.
Okay. 10 points of force damage as, again, this giant cacophony of force energy echoes in the surrounding area, dealing some damage to it. It kind of just...
Do I get 2 attacks at that?
It is a monk weapon for you, so yes.
Alright, so I'll take a second one at him too.
19's for you crit, my friend, so that is a critical hit. Woo-wee! 25 points of force damage as you fire again. And this thing like kind of just takes a straight thrust after it turns around after the first hit, goes right into the chest. And you see like kind of like the ribs on the inside, kind of like almost like you see the magical force kind of impact and almost like cave in the chest cavity, and just you hear a number of bones crackle. And he's just like, "Brr!" Anything else?
I believe I can bonus action dash.
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to do that and just fly straight up.
Okay. I will say for this, because you have fired this hand cannon at the same person twice and then flew straight up, he does know where you are now, but only he does currently. And he's not happy about it.
Do they have ranged weapons that I can see or anything?
Only thing you can see on them right now is just a club. That's all you see on them right now.
All right, well, I guess I said it, so I have to do it.
Okay. What's wrong?
Oh,
okay.
I don't,
All right.
we haven't rested, right? So I should have 15 health or something like that from last week.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
It kind of knowing your general vicinity, I mean, it's going to, it is going to first try to find a rock, which it does not find, but it just kind of starts like, roll me a d20 really quick.
What is he doing, Twilight? What is he doing?
Okay, 16. After you fire this like magical hand cannon thing that it's never seen before in its entire life, it just turns tail and begins to run off in this direction at full speed. Like not seeing anything that it can do about it, and you're flying in the air. You get the idea that he thinks that you're some kind of like evil god punishing him for some reason, basically. And he is scared out of his mind. Ending his turn. This one, seeing his friend run, just kind of, and then he kind of like turns back, and goes, and just kind of pauses for a second, and also does not find a rock to throw at you, and he just kind of like freezes in place, not sure what to do. Twilight, is your turn.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I just see them running away. I don't know. Do you want me to attack them, or should I try to scare them away?
You can't do anything because you would have to step out of this thing.
Fair point. You can technically cast Tiny Hut again. It is a ritual. Just gonna throw that out there for you all to understand that. least we forget.
They seem to be running away. It seems like it's working. What if I go there and then they want to attack us back?
I don't look very good right now.
One point of clarification. In his haste to run by, he does actually step on our gold dragonborn friend here, and just
Aww.
you might have a chance to save him. Although he's looking much more disfigured than you did before.
Got what he deserved.
That was a fair death.
Okay. From the tiny hut, what am I seeing about these batter that I just woke up? Are they like running away because
The one hill giant is literally running away. It's literally it thinks that Demikos is some strange evil god that's come to punish him for some reason. He doesn't know why, and he's just like, "Bah!" And like it's just like running away like a chicken with its head cut off. He's scared to death of him. This one up here is just kind of like confused at why little tiny blue man is flying in the sky. And the other one doesn't even know this is happening. He's still kind of looking for where that arrow came from.
Juliet? I am going to step out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you said you weren't looking good, right?
I'm okay.
Well, Juliet's in the hut with you, just so you know.
I'll stay, Juliet, and I'll stay. If you're wounded, I'll stay here. Yeah.
No, you don't have to. If you want to go attack them, and we can do this and take them all on, you can.
What if you die? Do we have the spells? Because, you know...
You haven't long rested yet. No, you're still where you were at last session.
And my HP keeps the same as when we started?
Yep, you have like 5 HP.
I'm staying here.
Yeah, okay. All right. Ending your turn brings us to Morharon, who is currently hiding behind the hut and just sees this one hill giant go, "Whoa!" and is just like running away as fast as he can.
All right. I am going to. It's dark out, right? Not right there, right? 5, 10. Still trying to keep some cover. I'm going to drop back to here. And I am going to... Not yet. Okay. I am just going to shoot another arrow further into the woods.
Okay. Easy enough. You were able to do so.
And that's it for me for this turn.
Okay. Come on. Okay, he went by that. Okay. Brings us to this other hill giant. He doesn't notice that this flying blue tiefling in the sky, and it's just like, huh? And it kind of continues to kind of go and investigate the arrows over here. Very confused about what's going on in the situation. Brings us to Juliet. Demikos, you're on deck.
Not doing anything. I'm going to watch and see what happens. But I will I know it'll I'm gonna use my reaction to prepare a spell. And if I don't use it, then that means I lose it, so that's fine.
Correct. It's technically you're using your action to prepare to use your stupid rules. All right. What spell is it that you're preparing?
I'm going to prepare. Okay. You remember you told me that I could use my control flames to deceive?
Mm-hmm.
Are you allowing me to project stuff like creatures and things?
You can shape it into whatever you want, but it's got to be flame that's already kind of around. You can't just like.
You can control flame, I think.
Oh, you can?
You choose non-magical flame that you can. Oh wait, hold on.
that you can see.
Within range and fits within
Tinderbox.
You instantaneously expend the flame 5 feet in one direction. Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
I am going to walk out just a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm going to get a tinderbox.
Okay.
6.
Start the flame and project like a fox, or even better, a bat. No, we'll go with a fox.
Okay, so this is gonna be a lot to do in 6 seconds. Remind you that. So, starting a fire with a tinderbox doesn't just go, psh, oh, fire! That's fully lit. It doesn't work that way. So you can probably start the fire with a little. You can gather up your little dried. I mean, this place is basically a giant powder keg. If you've lit flame to something, it's gonna capture the whole forest on fire. But you can very simply like gather up some twigs and stuff like that and start the fire and get it going in your hand. But I would say that you would need to spend your next turn to make your fox and all that stuff.
Okay, fine.
It's hard, I know.
God damn it. Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just start making a fire, like small little fire that I can shape and form. So I'll say that I'm shaping and forming it, and then I'm going to project it on the next one.
Okay.
If no one gets into the thing.
Okay, sounds good. Demikos.
I will take aim at this guy, and I will shoot at him.
Which one is it? It didn't ping for me. I apologize.
The one closer to the chimera.
That guy, right? It's because it's on his face. It's yeah. I know what you're talking about. That one right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Ugh.
Ooh, that's a 2. So funny thing about the hand cannon. It's got a misfire of 3. So the attack misses, and you cannot use this weapon again. It's basically it misfired. It's jammed. So this attack misses, and you have to spend an action to try to repair it. But right now it is a broken weapon. But it was not a fatal misfire where the thing blows up in your face. So that's good. It's just jammed.
All right. Well, I'm flying still, so I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm going to rage, so I get my like radiant glow.
Okay.
To make myself look more evil.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get right here, or not. Oh, there he goes.
Yep. There you go. I was putting rage on you. That's why.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my second attack with Radiant Sunbolt.
Okay.
Foundry's like really buggy for me tonight.
Same.
Yeah. I have to figure out what's going on your end because it looks perfect on my end, not on your end. 21 definitely hits, so go ahead and roll damage. 10 radiant damage. So, your radiant sunbolt just kind of like pierces out it from you, and you're able to kind of, with that glowing rage, you're able to kind of fire it out. I don't think it gave you the. Oh wait, that's it has to be a melee attack. That's why.
I just wanted the glowing effect around me for intimidation purposes.
Exactly. So I will have you make an intimidation check using either your strength or your charisma as the modifier for the roll. It's up to you whenever you want to choose. So if you're proficient in intimidation, you can add your proficiency bonus on top of whatever the check is going to be, whether it be a strength roll or a charisma roll.
I'm just going to do a strength roll.
Okay. And are you proficient in well, it doesn't matter. So let's see. Well, let's see. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. So you are able to fire the sunbolt out at it, and it just was like kind of like also afraid of the flying blue man in the sky. Anything else on your turn?
Just gonna yell. just some kind of, guttural scream.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you do it infernal?
Do speak infernal. So yes,
Absolutely.
I will scream in
Absolutely. Okay. And with that said, all of these guys just begin begin to just split off in random directions. I'll make the save for this guy. This guy also just, I know it's not his turn, but you can see that with his friends running, and he's just and just starts booking it out in the other direction. Is there anything that you all are gonna do? Are you gonna chase after them or anything like that, or are you guys gonna leave it alone?
say we take what we got.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna quickly run up to the Chimera, seeing them run away. I'm gonna try and seeing her drag away the snakehead. I'm gonna take one of the horns of the weird ram thing and some of the main fur from a lion, so we have kind of proof that it was the whole gamut.
Okay. That being the case, we will leave initiative. Head back over to our normal screen here. All right.
Patting out the fire.
Patting out the fire. I mean, you could also just leave it lit so you have a campfire for the evening. But
How crispy
way,
everything is. No, I'm not gonna take the chance.
Okay. All right. Well, either way, you are all. These things begin to run away. Morharon, you are able to cut one of the horns off of the goat head, as well as the. You're able to kind of cut and skin the mane off of this lion as well. For a order of not order of importance, but as a part of housekeeping, you are also able to, if you wanted to, there are claws that are on this giant chimera that you could also take. That would be possibly valuable, as well as the scales on the wings would maybe valuable as well. Those are going to require nature checks, but those would not be necessarily required for you to bring to Ikumi. Those would be things that you could kind of sell on your own, but it would require a skill check in order to harvest those.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a nature check.
What happened, Juliet?
Me and Maury was having a conversation outside, and like normal, something just was in the woods, came by. We managed to get in the hut, and here was these 3 giants, and well, there was Maury could hear what they were saying because he did a spell. And they wanted to eat the chimera, and then that would have we would have been out 20,000 gold pieces, and then we would have had to either chase them, go find them, figure out where the thing was. So that's what happened. Didn't want to wake you because I didn't want to freak you out. You've been through a lot.
With a 20 on your skill check, you are able to harvest both claws and both wings without issue. With that being said, we are actually going to go to break. So for all those people who have been waiting around for the giveaways, we're going to have 1 secret code word, and we're going to have 3 winners over the course of this. So what I need you all to do is to put in the word giant in the chat. The secret code word tonight is giant. So type giant into the chat, and we will be picking 3 random winners for those different items. So we will see you in a little bit. And hello everybody, we are back. So the winners of the giveaways. Okay, so we have a few. I will be direct messaging you here on Twitch, if that gives it away, where the people that were on it won it. I will be direct messaging you here on Twitch and getting your contact info depending on what it is that you've won. So the winner of the dice giveaway is actually going to be Chav186. So congratulations, Chav186, on winning another set of dice. We will get that out to you I just mean we have a lot of dice to give away. So I will send that to you as well. The winner of the custom character art commission from Jennifer is actually Pele_treasure. So congratulations. I will connect the two of you together so that way you can actually, so you can get your art and all that kind of cool stuff. And then the winner of the Eldritch Press module giveaway is actually going to be Bitter_Kiwi. Congratulations to you. I will get that out to you as well. We will contact you right after the game. I will direct message you here on Twitch and we will get that all set up.
Congratulations.
I'm jealous of that artwork.
All right. So, where did we leave off? Yeah, so the hill giants all ran away, and you harvested the pieces of the chimera, so now there's a nice big bloody corpse in the middle of the battlefield, along with all the other dead people. What would you like to do?
So, I don't know if you noticed or not, but that guy kind of ran over our dragon friend, and he's definitely dead now. Should we collect some of that blood for you in a vial, or just let him be? Because I don't think there's any coming back from this.
I have 3 bottles. I guess I could have another.
Yeah.
It's always good to have more than less. It's kind of stale though.
Yeah, I thought we had a good plan there, and we kind of just let him get trampled a bit. But
He got what he deserved.
Dead by being stepped on by a giant. That's okay.
Not fun.
But
No.
I got a question here. Was he one of the slaves, or was he one of the people in charge? Do you know him, Demikos?
I think I know him. I think he's higher up on the totem pole than a slave, though. Those ones that Juliet took out in one hit, those were the slaves. You can tell these guys at least got to eat.
They look pretty bad, so.
But, next time we get attacked, keep your eyes open for the slaves and try not to kill them.
If we eliminate the higher ups, do you think they will surrender?
I don't know. It's worth a try.
And about that thing you were asking of how to go to the Baileys, I got a spell and I can disguise you to look different. So maybe that can help.
I was
Like
hoping for underground tunnels or something.
I can disguise all of us. So if you know how to, if we should pretend to be slaves or higher ups, well, you got two dragons here, half dragons. Maybe 2 of you could pretend to be them. And I also can make it so we can communicate with each other without speaking from our mind.
Yeah,
That is
I'll do.
an ability that I have developed for some time. So it would be great to be able to plan. So
Yeah,
maybe.
we'll worry about that when we get to it. Still going north now, so you've got time. Can we finish this rest? We're all beat up.
Should we do something about those people, like bury them or something in the morning, I guess? I don't
It looked
want
like
more.
the giants ate most of them as they were walking through.
Yeah, I think at this point we'd be burying parts of people. I'm not sure that.
Should we
Yeah,
move?
those giants messed them up.
I think we should move the tiny huts somewhere else because maybe some more giants are going to come again. And
Oh, that's fine because we got all the parts we need.
Maybe we might be okay. Or not. I don't know anymore.
Seemed like I scared them up pretty good.
I'm sleepy enough that I need help finding somewhere else. And congratulations on those cannons. You test that lady's weapon. Congratulations, Demikos.
And the one shot there didn't seem to go off. I don't know if I just didn't load it or something.
It's a
I
learning
don't know. I don't really know how that thing works.
Juliet makes
Sorry.
a face when you say the lady. Like,
Well, it was not Mari, so stop that. So let's go find somewhere else, please. Away from bodies and head and splashed people.
Moron, you able to fit those all those parts in your bag of holding?
There's not much in there right now, so yeah, I think we're all right.
All right, good.
if you need to throw the pink dress away, feel free to.
Yeah, because that's taking up a lot of weight in there.
Yeah, it's the feathers. It's the pink feathers.
It definitely put it over the top.
I
All right,
start-
I'll help you find a better place if you want, Twilight. Put that
Well, if you don't think it's necessary, I'm just suggesting.
down. Yeah, I
Those
think we're
giants.
fairly safe
Pretty
here, but if you'd rather be away from the gore, we can do that.
Feels like home.
You all right with it?
I'll close my eyes
All right.
and I grab Dolly. Come here, Dolly, baby.
She just kind of like, squeak, like. Juliet, you hear? Oh, don't worry about it, sugar. I got you.
She said, "Don't worry about it, sugar. She got you."
Thank you, Dolly. Help me have good dreams. Come on.
Yeah, and the little ferret just kind of like settles up next to you and just kind of like wraps itself and the shoulder portion of your cloak, and she just kind of like rests in there.
Turn to Bird. I really love you, but I miss having something fuzzy and warm. I miss her Squeakington.
Well, yeah, no, he did. I can't. This is the only form I've got. Sorry. As the little spectral bird just kind of floats there. It doesn't even really have to flap its wings. It's just kind of hanging out.
Fingers going through the bird.
Yeah, literally through the bird, and you feel like this kind of like cold, like kind of like spectral sensation as you kind of go ahead and pet this little spectral being that's been following you around. A silent a little reminder of, friends from long past.
I'm going to sleep. Good night, y'all. I think Maury's accent is rubbing off on me.
Good night.
Okay. So I take it no one's taking watch in the hut this time, unless you are, which is fine.
I think we all just passed out.
I think you all did too. So, over the course of the next 8 hours, you are all able to sleep soundly, and wake up just before. And Twilight, you would know when your tiny hut is going away. You are all able to sleep and complete a long rest. Juliet, you only really need to, go into a trance for 4 hours. So like you were kind of up before everyone else, and you kind of just like watch everyone else as they finish their night's rest. But you are all completely healed up, spells all back, everything. You have your full kit back, ready to go. For anyone who has missed their last time, we are actually level 10 actually right now with all these guys. So nice little level up in between after defeating the Chimera and the Phales there. So but the day is yours. You have a couple of different things kind of going on right now on your plate, just to remind you all, because I know you guys kind of basically tried to go to sleep and then couldn't sleep. So you were on your way north. You had a couple of objectives. You had the option to go towards the Cloudspire Citadel, as you did hear that there was a number of individuals that were falling sick there as a result of possibly contact with the Slads. You're not 100% sure. Morharon, you also had that vision of the Tiger Demon Sheykas with an outstretched hand, along with a blue Slad spellcaster stretching a hand towards a portal in the ground in a tower to the northwest of here. And then, of course, you also have your Bailey problems. But with that in mind, what would you like to do with your day?
Can I stick my fingers in the ground again and cast Druidcraft?
You can stick your fingers in any ground you like. And you cast Druidcraft. What are you looking for here exactly? Just out of morbid curiosity.
Trying to get a hint on what is going on. Why is it so hot?
Okay.
Why is everything so dead?
So you go ahead and stick your fingers in the ground. The ground at this point, the grass that's here is completely limp and lifeless. It is gone yellow and has begun to kind of turn brown. At this point, you are able to kind of like sift your fingers into the ground a little bit, feeling that kind of like coarse granules in your fingers. They're very dry. Drier than you would expect, being even this far north. Like, you're not far from mountains that would normally be ice capped over, and so it is very strange that even this region is very dry. So you can only imagine what's happening in the mountains right now. You stick your fingers in the ground and cast Druidcraft. You feel the beginnings of some sort of almost fungal growth begin to kind of grow up out of the ground before, as soon as it reaches into the light of the air, it begins to wilt and snuff out and just turns to dust again. You stick your fingers in the ground again, and the same result occurs. Different little pieces of fungal growth given it. When you try to use a flower, you feel like the flower can't actually even penetrate or even begin to be viable in the soil. The fungus is the closest thing that has the option, and even it cannot survive in this desolate, dry heat.
This is not good. This is really, really not good.
You also notice that the heat today... Go ahead and give your quote.
Hotter than a fat guy's armpit.
Yeah, and nowhere near as moist. So the the temperature today also is alarmingly much warmer than it has been in quite some time. In fact, the temperature almost kind of, it's not at the point where you have to start making saving throws or suffer exhaustion or anything like that, but from a mechanical standpoint, you feel like you're pretty close to that. But right now, as it were, it is an oppressive, dry heat that on those of you who are wearing metal plate armor and stuff like that, you feel it. You cannot touch the metal plates with your bare skin. Like, it hurts. Not enough to cause damage, but you do not want to take your gauntlets off to touch the plates on your armor, Morharon. It is quite oppressive. And you, Juliet, with your breastplate, like, it's made out of adamantine, so it does have a little bit of properties to kind of, it dissipates heat a little bit better, but even still, like, it's exuding and kind of reflecting a lot of this, the sunlight that's coming down, and it's also radiating some of the heat back into your face. And it's uncomfortable, but not enough yet to cause the need to do anything about it currently.
Okay, I think we need to just sit down real quick and just have a quick discussion on where are we and what do we need to tackle, because it seems like, I don't know if we're the only adventurers in this world, but it sure seems like we're the only ones doing something about this.
I mean, if I had to take a guess of where we are, it currently feels like the non-hell. If I had to take a wild stab in the dark, it is flipping hot.
Yes. Okay, we've taken care of some of the monsters for monetary value purposes. Can we all vote that we put that on the back burner until we get everything else taken care of?
Yes.
Turns to Demikos.
Fine with me.
Turns to Twyla.
I'm fine.
Okay. So we're not taking on any more jobs until we figure this shit out. And then I'm going.
I can't promise that because if someone comes crying and people are dying, I may be persuaded. But
Well, I mean, there's a
That's
big
the
difference
exception.
between saving lives and stocking
Okay,
up
well-
money.
Yeah, that's the exception. If someone comes crawling from the woods and saying they're being attacked by like
giants.
chimeras, then yes. And then, you know, if we make anything in the long run, then I mean it's a bonus. But
So our list was
watch this.
last?
And then I'm gonna stick my fingers in the ground. I'm gonna try to do that again so they can see what's going on.
You all observe this same phenomenon of Juliet attempting to kind of cause a fungal outgrowth to spur up out of the ground. And you see it kind of break the surface, and as it does, the ground underneath it kind of cracks open. It doesn't actually like sift through because this ground is so dry. And as it does, it begins to open up, and as soon as it does, it wilts and then turns into dust and just blows away in the wind, leaving a small little pile of almost ash that's kind of just sitting here as it's been burned away by the oppressive heat.
I haven't been who I am for very long, but I feel a connection with this now, and that don't feel normal.
All right. Is there any knowledge as to the how, why, where? I see it. It doesn't look good, but what do we do about it?
I have someone I could ask. Maybe.
Will Dale
mean-
know? Bird?
No, Dale doesn't know. If I turn to Dale, do you think Tully might be able to help us?
I definitely think
Why is he stuttering?
I know it's a habit, and it's this amazing radio voice I have right now. But he kind of turns and he's just, if anybody's gonna have the ability to help out with this problem, it's gonna be her. This is her thing. Like, she's all about taking care of the natural order of things, and she may not necessarily be able to handle it, but she could probably at least give us some guidance on maybe where it's originating from.
So last time I talked to Tully, she said I can call upon her, but not make it a usual thing.
Mhm.
She's the reason for my face coming back, but I have a small scar. I tell them this. This is when I went into the woods and chopped, and then whatever. That's not important. But I could ask Tully.
I mean, it's seems important to me. You know, hey, you need to go kill the Phales. Like, I get that. But, hey, the world is getting hotter. Fix it. I no idea.
Okay, so slads, right? Top.
Well,
That's what we're doing right now.
I'm pretty sure those go hand in hand with a couple of other things. If you remember that weird vision I had, it seems like that nasty little fur bunny of yours is
Not mine.
Yeah, yes. It's one and one hand in hand with it. So
Okay, so do we drop Fur Bunny and Slads to the bottom, take care of World, then deal with Slads?
We were already all the way up here for the slads.
Well, depends because maybe saving the world is anywhere. Already.
So
I don't think we can bump up the world heating up right now. We don't know enough. All we know is that it's getting hotter.
and we're gonna ask, like Dale said, Timmick, bird that we're gonna ask somebody for help.
All right, but I still think since we're already on our way to deal with these slads, we're what, a day's travel away from the mountains?
Okay, so slads, the world. We're gonna have to take care of the Underdark.
That's on the bottom of my to-do list.
Okay, well the Phalees are on the bottom to my to-do list too. So
Well, they're after you. You heard the gold guy.
I don't want to be the first one to say it, but I wouldn't be shocked if this list we're going down is all tied together in one other ginormous cluster mess of a...
Okay, so
say it with me now, Maury. Clusterfuck.
That's exactly, yes, you are correct.
Thank you.
So why don't we choose one, and I'll try to use augury to.
What's that? What do you mean? Audrey. What's that?
Audrey.
Okay. I'm on Okay, I'll go. This is a spell, this is sort of cleric divination stuff. I'm not so good, but I'm decent, and I can ask for guidance, but it's very limited, yes, no, maybe, something like that.
I think if you can get even some semblance of an idea, it's better than the hot mess of an idea we have right now.
I just hope I understand what its meaning means.
So Twyla, how about we do this together? How about you cast that? I'm going to cast Scrying with this orb, and I'm going to see what the fuck Sheykas is up to.
To clarify, this orb is a one-way orb to see through the, it's basically an eyeball.
They're watching
somebody
us.
has the other end of it and is watching you right now.
Maybe we should destroy it.
And you would know this.
Okay.
Cover it. Put it in the bag of heads.
I imagine that's where it went to begin with. Would I have known to be able to can I cast it and see who's seeing from the other side?
One of you would be able to make an Arcana check to determine the location, but not necessarily, unless there's a very good check. You would know the location of the individual, but not necessarily who it is. You'd have to really tap into it in order to be able to figure that out. And the person that you go to check on, if you are able to identify them, they're gonna know that you know that. You know what I mean? They're gonna know that you found them out, basically.
I have a pretty decent understanding of how magic works. If you want me to sit and ponder it a bit, I don't know if anybody else here may be a little bit better at it.
I could give you my hand, so maybe I can channel some of my knowledge. Okay. You are going to do it. But I am going to ask for guidance, so you can meditate and be able to concentrate on that.
I appreciate that.
I think that's solid. I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Oh, this is not a blessing, but I do bless, so you can find answers.
So is this guidance, the cantrip?
Guidance.
Okay, yeah. So that would be adding a D4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, if you are deciding to focus in on this orb to identify the location of the individual on the other side, I am going to need an Arcana check, please.
Hey. And then a D4.
And then a D4, yeah.
Wait, that's one of the ones I don't already have. So it's... What What do I do?
It's slash roll 1d4. That's why.
And let me see. Nope.
And let me add 16 d8s to this, and
+5 is good, but no, there's nothing I can add to this
okay.
guy.
So with a total of 13, that is actually enough to figure out the location of this person. You kind of focus in on and kind of tap into this orb. It kind of like what I said, it's a one-way ticket to see through the eye. However, you are able to kind of like sit down, ponder. You catch a glimpse of the weave that tethers the energy from this orb back to its user. You find yourself flying. Not unlike your dream the other day, but in a different context. You fly south. Your mind continues to guide and zip and twist. Along the way there, you see a small group of 3 individuals. Or 4 individuals. What appears to be a tiefling, a couple of gentlemen dressed up kind of like cowboys, and a small halfling kind of making their way to the ruins of a small town. This is, of course, Cassius and all those guys. You continue to fly through. You fly past Darktop Mountain. You see that, and you've known that it's erupted. But even still, the magma that is spilling from this mountain appears violent and angry. More so than you recall when you walked by this area before. Sorry about the microphone. More than so when you walked by this area before when you were at the Witchworm Tomb. You continue to fly south. And then you start to drift a little bit east. To the location of a city that is unfamiliar to you. But as you describe this, it's familiar to you, Demikos. This is the city of Dreadmire. The orb begins to zoom down, filtering its way through the bustlings of the crowds, kind of moving and maneuvering its way around, until kind of hovering over towards a rather large mansion on the east side of town before the vision gets fuzzy, begins to dissipate, and fall off into dust. You snap right back into your head, open your eyes. This orb is connected to an individual that is located within the city of Dreadmire in a fairly large mansion.
See?
I'll explain it to the group.
Real quick, did you, Mari, say explosion magma 2?
Yeah, I don't think we should just glaze over that spot. Kind of a continuous. Yeah. Yep. Nope. Not good.
Okay. It's fine.
Well, sure. No, but okay.
So, Slads, the world, Phalys, and the Underdark.
Sounds good to me.
I think we need to take care of the Phalys because they seem to be messing up when we last want them to. So we are close to the slab.
If we let the world go anymore, there won't be any more us to take care of the Phalys and the people and the chimera and the underdark, and she just goes on and on and on till someone shakes her out of it.
Okay, yes. We could definitely sit here and contemplate multiple situations. I'm not gonna lie to you. This seems like one of those draw straws type situations. We have no real direction here because all this crap seems like it's interconnected and terrible.
Why are we the only ones taking care of it, Maury?
Lads,
We don't know that.
I wanna go, lads. Calm down, Juliet. We need to take this daylight and this day and make it worth it. So we are going to go to the slats today. We are gonna kill them. Okay.
Okay.
Just take them one day at a time.
Let's going to. Should we even ask to see if this is a good idea? We're close, so I guess that.
Let's just go get shit done.
Should we destroy this orb?
Bury it. We can just bury. Oh! I have an idea.
Oh.
What happens if we shove it in the Dragonborn's mouth?
No.
Will it fit? I don't know. What's the size of this thing?
What if we
Half dragon.
defeat the failures and we can take the other orb? We can use this one.
Because they're going to see
Yeah,
what
they can see everything we're doing.
They could probably hear everything we're talking about right now.
Do we know if they can hear? Or just see?
So, you kind of do. Demikos, you're relatively familiar with these orbs as they're normally... You've been given scrying beacons before where in certain scenarios you'll take them and you'll throw them down on the ground as like kind of a ping for someone to know your location. This is a more advanced form that is made to be its own inert little orb that is basically a one-way view, eyeball, and hearing sensor in and around the area. If you are to cover the eyeball cannot see. It would still be able to hear, albeit ruffled a little bit. Given that, I know a couple of you mentioned something about putting in the bag of holding. The bag of holding is a extra dimensional space that is connected to this bag. It is not on this plane of existence technically. It is its own little pocket plane. In theory, you could put it there. The user on the other end would know you put it there, but you could in theory put it there.
But then they wouldn't know where we go, and they won't be able to hear us. I think that's the best bet.
Okay.
Easy enough to throw it in there, that's for sure.
They can't see head.
They can see heads, right? All right. I'm going to get in the cart.
I'll go to. And a pink dress.
In the pink dress?
And they can see the pink dress.
Yeah, they can see the pink dress.
You know, Twilight, that
he
dress
just
was
like, ugh, and kills himself because he sees it now.
That pink dress, Twilight, was actually supposed to be really cute, but she did her own thing. Bless her heart. But it was just...
Said like a real Southern belle. Anyway. So what are you guys doing?
We head into the slats.
Keep on this, going north.
Okay.
Ready.
Bless you.
Bless you.
That was a cough.
Oh.
Thanks, though.
As you begin your journey north, which way are you going? Are you following? North. Well, yes. Are you following Maury's vision, or are you going to the Citadel?
What?
Where was more of the slats at?
The vision that Maury had was in a tower to the northeast, just east after the Shadow Pass. The Cloudspire Citadel is straight north on the road that you're on.
You think,
Which way?
Maury?
Which way, big guy?
Which one's closer? The Citadel?
They're kind of the same distance.
Yeah,
You're almost at a crossroads, it would seem.
Let's do the Citadel.
Right.
I can ask.
That is.
Okay.
I mean, no, that's a good point, Twilight. You can. Where seems like that Audrey person you're talking about.
Augury. Maury. Augury.
The augury could.
Come.
Seems like this
sit
is
here with me.
This is what it's built for, right? The augury is. Hey, we're at an impasse. Do we go left? Do we go right? Give it a shot.
Sit with me. This is like detect magic, just a little bit different. And I wanted to ask if Maury's vision is the correct path to the plot.
Okay. You sit down and concentrate, focusing on this orb, another orb, ironically, gem, and you focus in on it, and you reach out into the ether to whatever entity is linked to this particular piece of jewelry. You feel a sudden, almost like cool breeze kind of like float past the nape of your neck, kind of around in that direction to the northeast, affirming kind of that the best way to go about taking care of this issue may be heading that direction. As the kind of breeze passes, you get a glimpse of the same vision that Morher had. Oh, this time there's a third figure. You see the vision of a drow elf, female, white hair, with pink eyes, also reaching out towards this portal. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Why?
Oh, Maury, I got news for you.
So thank you everybody for hanging around. The image that you see is of your friend Juliet prior to her being taken over and overrun by the skeletal beings of Bubby. The same face that she ripped off. So everyone, have a good night. We will see you all next week to see how this adventure continues. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next week. Have a good night. Congrats to all those winners.
Good night, everyone.
Happy Pride, y'all.